Town, what's up? You know what time it is? It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Friday. Actually Friday, but it's all Thursday. So we call it, what we call it? Baby Friday. Baby Friday. But it's actually because the Chop Shop is not aired on Friday. So we just take this as our Friday. And but the day is Thursday, but it was a great day. Got some interesting topics, a lot of stuff I want to share with you. I don't know where to go. Y'all, sometimes I get here and you have so much. You got so much you want to share, but we ain't got but 2 hours to share. And I be saying, what is the great thing? Roger Federer is retiring. I think I told them guys that last week, but they was arguing with me. Dale Griggs and what's up, Robert? Hold on. Let me stop. Let me talk to my starting five first. Share the show, everybody. I think I have already. Let's share the show because I got see. I love it. I love it. That's why I love this show. Hold on. Let me share. Let me extra share. You know how I just go above and beyond. So I go to YouTube, and then I go. Let me see. I'm gonna share with on Twitter. I just share it all over the place because I want people. I want people to get this stuff. I want people to know who y'all are. But the other day, Dale Griggs. Let me shout out to my people. What's up, Brad? Brad, I'm glad you're here, Brad. Brad, they talking crazy to me. My starting five today are D. Holcomb, Thaddeus Moody, Corey Willis, Melvin Dews, and Daryl Anderson. And my sixth man today is Ivan Pettit Jr. But right after him, we got Michael Smith. We got Brad Kimball. We got Sonia Billington in the house. Robert Young is in the house. Robert Young Salons is in the house. Dale Griggs is in the house. Brian Boatwright. What's up, Brian? Hey, Brian. The other day, Brian, Chris Walker and them was on the show, him and Friedman, and the Google guys. They get on Google and get the Googling, when we say something. And I love it. Don't get it ripped. I love it. But Chris was talking about Roger Federer. I said, man, he's retired. But Chris didn't understand. I knew something that he didn't know. But I just let them, they come on Google. Robert, he's not retired yet. Kevin Freeman, Robert, he's dead. They start putting up they Googling their ass off around here. Yeah, I'm going to call them something, y'all. The Google crew. Dale, the Google crew. Oh, they go like somebody yesterday was telling me about, because I was talking about I was laughing, but I love it though. Don't stop, y'all keep doing it. But I was talking about Brett Favre and the governor, and they thought I was talking about the current governor, and maybe I said it wrong, but all of those governors in Mississippi ain't no good. So I was just talking about the governorship in Mississippi. Not necessarily who Brett Favre was cahoots with, but they go to Google. They get to Google in there. I said, wait. I said, you the Google. No, there ain't no Google guys. The Google something else. It can't be no good name. We're gonna give them a new the Google Goons or something. The Google something. But it was so ironic. Chris Walker talking about Roger Federer, and I said, man, Roger Federer, he's retired, man. Yeah, he gonna play some exhibitions. Yeah, he gonna do it. But retired, he retired. So now he said he's officially retired. And they text me this morning, and I said, man, let me tell you something. I'm just here so I won't get fined. That's what I sent him. I said, I'm just here so I won't get fined. That was Marshawn Lynch said, when he was at the press conference, and he didn't want to say nothing to the press. He kept saying, I'm just here so I won't get fined. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Let me see what else happened. The Robert Sarver stuff a little bit. Robert Sarver, Yeah. Y'all know who Robert Saab is. Somebody called me this morning and said, man, thank you, Robert, for sharing that with me. I went and read up what this man was. Hey, y'all, you coming to our event? What event you having on Saturday, Robert Carroll? I don't know nothing about the event. Ain't nobody told me. Why? Okay, if y'all having an event on Saturday, Robert Carroll, and you haven't told me so I can talk about it on the show, I guess y'all don't need nobody to know about it. It's a preseason jam. How was I didn't know? Tell me. Help me. Y'all should have been advertising on the show. Come on, man. What is y'all doing? Y'all share the show, everybody. Thank you, Monte. Come on, y'all. Then you wonder why Mattress Mac is so successful. That man told me, Robert, a lot of these people say they can't afford to advertise. He said, I can't afford not to. I can't afford not to. Somebody should have said, and I'm not getting on nobody, but guess what? We got to learn how to do business. That's an event that y'all gonna charge for, and y'all want people to come. And people all over the world watch this show. And people got it from all over the city watch this show. And I don't know about it. I could have announced it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Come on, y'all. We got to get smarter. Listen. There's no reason nobody should give anything and not come on this show, especially if you watch this show, and come and just talk about it. Sometimes these might be harsh lessons, but we just got to get smarter, man. I promise you, if I needed something, if I was giving an event, I'm going to I'm going to make sure everybody knows about it. But that's all. I can't believe. Who giving an event with you? Who giving an event with you? Hit the share button below. Monte is sharing. I got you, Robert Carroll. I'm going to talk about it's the preseason jam. It's at the it's at the UIH or ULH Event Center. I've never been there before, but of course I'm going to try to come by there on Saturday. Make sure I have all the information. Somebody give me the information. Somebody give me the information. But shout out to everybody. That's why we got this show, man. That's why I always say. So guess what? If everybody was sharing the show, right? Think about it. Everybody was sharing the show. All their friends all over America. This could be the place. All you got to do is come on. Say, Robert, come, like you did there. I'm talking about your event right now. Did I say it right? Is it the ULH or UIH? I don't know. Because I don't know the event center. But Robert Sarver again. Robert, I hope y'all been following this Robert Carroll. I mean, I know y'all cover high school basketball and stuff like that. But Mr. Sarver, I just got to share something he did. He said, wait a second. He said, y'all check this out. Let's check this out. This is one of the things that was documented that he said in the report. Y'all watch it. Everybody there. Y'all call your people. Tell them y'all better hear this. Okay, ULH. Thank you. ULH Center. This Saturday, ULH Center, the preseason. Tell me some of the teams, or somebody text me some of the stuff, the teams, so I can talk about the teams that's going to be there. I don't know who's going to be there. Y'all got to help me. Help you. All right. But Robert Sarver, the owner of the Phoenix Sun, the governor, the head person in charge, the person who got the power to fire you at your dream job. You got a family, you got a mortgage, you got beds to feed. This clown, the same guy. Let's say that Robert Carroll was one of The medics, the team doctors who was looking after him, did a welfare check on him. He come in and check on him. This man coat, take off his coat. All this, the man just told him to pull his arm up so I can take some blood from you. He done pulled his pants down out and his thing all out. Okay, this the same dude that goes, hold on now, this the same dude that goes to a holiday party and will grab up on, let me see some more, I ain't gonna pick on Robert. Who else on this schedule? Will grab up on, where the man at? Alex Caceros and say, at the Christmas party and get the grinding pelvis to pelvis with Alex. Eric Boone. This Robert Sarver, okay? This the same guy walk through the, walk through the, and go take a shower at the team facilities and tell a female employee, girl, you ain't never seen nothing this big before. You follow me? This happy Friday, yeah, this is the same Robert Sarver that tell Earl Watson, why can Draymond Green say the N-word and I can't say the N-word, but he be saying the N-word? Why can he say it and I can't say it? And he said, you can't say it. And his employee cussed him out. That's why Earl Watson got fired. This the same. Y'all got to realize now, this is the CEO, the head person in charge on 35% of the team. This your dream job. And then he go, when they was trying to decide between Lindsey Hunter and Dan Marley to be the coach of the team, he said I think in an email, some kind of way he said, it might be an email. He said, you got to hire Lindsey Hunter over Dan Marley. He said, why? Because you got to have an N-word over the N-words. You got to have a N over these N's. You got to have an N to deal with these N's. This is the governor, the owner. This is why it's so horrific. Then another executive, since he can do that because he the boss, so one of his executives, go tell the little black dude, always call him Carlton, go get up and try to make him do the Carlton. You know that goof ass dance that Carlton be doing. Demeaning. The sad thing is, y'all, it's some weird people out there, man, that happen to be happy baby Friday. What's up, Brian? Some weird people out there, man. I just don't know. But before I get there, I ain't gonna spend too. We'll go back to him. But I saw something today, y'all. I want to share with y'all. September the 15th, in 1963. Addie Mae Collins, 14. Carol Denise McNair, 11. Carol Robinson, 14. Johnny Robinson, 16. Virgil Lamar Ware, 13. And Cynthia Dion Wesley, 14. Call it the Birmingham Six. All of this stuff happened in the killings of these young people. Let me give you a little history, okay? About the 16th Street bombing. It was 38 years ago, okay? Y'all follow me. But just like most things, most of us really know the real. A lot of us don't know the real story, but some of us know the real story. The first thing a lot of people think is that this surprise attack. Talking about the Birmingham, the 16th Street Birmingham of their church. It shook the city and the world, but not really. Okay, and I want to tell y'all why it didn't shake that city. Okay, while it was a despicable act for people in Birmingham, though, it wasn't that much of a surprise. White supremacy terrorists did this all the time in Birmingham. Okay, follow me. There's even a part of the city called Dynamite Hill, because during the civil rights, quote, civil rights era, more than 50 homes in the city were bombed by white supremacists. And I got to give y'all this. I'm going to give y'all some sports in a minute, but I want to share this with you, Greg Mark, because it's a lot of this stuff I didn't know. 16th Street Baptist Church isn't on Dynamite Hill. Also, when I talk about the civil rights era, I'm not talking about the white timeline. Okay? So hear me out. Hey, Marquessa, y'all listen to this. It's not like black people enjoyed inequality until what that was, 1955. In 1946, veterans and the Southern Negro Youth Congress marched for the rights to vote in Birmingham. Arthur Shores began challenging zoning laws in Birmingham in 47. Look at these times. That's when the bombing started. That's when the bombing started. When they started asking for a right to vote and start challenging the zoning laws, where you could stay and where you could live. Okay? Now, we just hear about the 16th Street bombing. So, a dude named Samuel Matthews won the right to buy a house in a white neighborhood. They bombed him. Samuel Matthews. Y'all can look at it. What my Googlers? Y'all Google it. By August the 17th, 1949, people were fed up. 2,000 people met to discuss the issue. The cops did nothing. Okay? The year before the 16th Street bombings, Bethel Baptist was bombed 3 times. Okay? They just talk about 16th Street. I told you, forget about the white timeline. I'm finna give you the timeline. Secondly, there was a reason people don't want true black history taught in school. It's because we want to control the idea that the civil rights movement was successful only because of nonviolence and MLK. Okay? They pushed the nonviolent part and whitewashed the resistant part. Got me? The civil rights movement was not a non-violent movement. I know some of the people out here know. Just tell me yay in the back of the head. If you're back in the back, just tell me. Share the show. If I'm going to give you some, probably ain't had. Just telling you. First of all, white people committed plenty of violence. All of them. The ones who spat on the kids integrating schools, and the ones who put the politicians in power, and the ones who upheld segregation. MLK didn't talk about nonviolence resistance as much as he talked about direct action. What's the difference? What's the difference? Well, it's cool to march for change and hold up signs, but that wasn't that much of the civil rights movement was about. That's what the civil rights movement was about. They were about doing stuff, doing it. What's up, Freightman? What's up, Freightman? Mr. Google, Mr. Roger Federal wasn't retiring. Mr. Google, keep on Googling. When the KKK firebombed the Freedom Riders, okay, those activists weren't trying to bring awareness to segregation. The Supreme Court had already outlawed segregation on interstate travel. The Freedom Riders wanted to challenge places that weren't abiding by the law. That's called direct action. Yes, Corey, I'm getting the Googlers. Google this. The Montgomery boycott wasn't Montgomery bus boycott wasn't a demonstration, y'all. It was an economic penalty. And I know people will say Claudette Colvin refused to give up her seat. Then Rosa Parks did it. But that's not quite how it happened. Jameson, that's not quite like it happened. You see how they paint the picture? Let me help you a little bit. Claudette Colvin, she did it. Then Ariel Bowers did it. Bowers was a 30-something widower with 6 children, and she was radicalized by her Alabama State University English professor, his Joanne Robinson. So she wouldn't give up her bus seat. Direct action. Then, hold on. Susan McDonald was in her 70s and owned a pavilion where black people could gather. Miss Sue could pass for white. So she made sure she told the bus driver that she was black before she was arrested for refusing to give up her seat. Direct action. The same day, 18-year-old Mary Louise Smith was arrested on the bus. Direct action. We talking about nonviolent, this direct action. Then Janetta Reese, direct action. Notice the women. Where the men at? Y'all know I'm gonna get back to that. Hey, Ruth, we in class right now, Ruth. Hold on, I got you. I'm coming to you. I got you, Victoria. I'm coming to you. Then Rosa Parks. Professor Robinson, who ran into her office, typed up a flyer and organized the initial boycott. MLK didn't even want to ask the city to integrate the buses, y'all, at first. He only wanted to ask for a defined black seating area before others threatened to expose him as a coward. Let me show you the picture. Hold on. You know I got something for you. I love MLK, y'all, but I just got to give it to you. I told y'all it's different timelines. Hold on. That's Professor Robinson. She did that. She wrote up this flyer. Another Negro woman has been arrested and thrown in jail. This is 1955, y'all. Look at the date. Thrown in jail because she refused to get up out of her seat. They was boycotting before your homeboy got there. Screenshot. Because I must move on. Although Rosa Parks and the Montgomery bus boycott made people take notice, it didn't desegregate buses in the city. It was a court case against Montgomery Mayor W.A. Gale and the city that desegregated Montgomery buses. Whose actions? These people's actions. Hold on. Let me give it to you. I got a picture of that too. Amen. $1956. They started this. Let me get my name out the way down there so y'all can see it. I want y'all to see it. Get my name out the way. I'll put it back up there. And none of this is a shade on MLK or Rosa Parks. I'm just trying to explain to you how do we get to the next part. Okay? Hear me. I love both of them. I just want to give y'all some more. See, when people in Birmingham decided to mount a campaign against segregation in the city, many of the residents didn't think they needed MLK. They had Fred Shuttlesworth. Do y'all know who that is? Oh my God. I went to the Birmingham airport when I was going to the SWAC championship. Oh my God. I stood up there for hours watching his murals up and down the wall, watching all his accomplishments. I didn't know about Fred. Fred Shuttlesworth. Y'all get to Google him. Alabama Airport. I think it's probably named after him. Should be. Oh, my bad man. Bad man. Whew. So check this out. Check this out. Shuttlesworth, he didn't take no stuff. I'm going to repeat that. Shuttlesworth, yes, Alabama State. He didn't take no stuff. Even when his home was bombed, even when he was beaten by the KKK, when Birmingham City Commissioners gave the KKK a 15 minutes head start to beat and bomb the Freedom Riders, Reverend Shuttlesworth was the one who sent armed deacons to defend him. That ain't nonviolent. Franklin Paul, what's up, baby? I'm almost finished. I'm about to close. Hold on. Wait a minute. So, when students organized a boycott against segregated businesses downtown, many thought MLK shouldn't be involved because the folks in Birmingham were a little, let's say, they were about that life. Okay? They had folks stationed downtown confronting black people, patronizing segregated business. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. They was about that life. Basically, they were like, you better not go in there. You know, we always, Franklin Paul, gonna have some of us just want to go over there where them folks at. You know we got some right now in our community right now. We better go over here to this tournament or here to this place. Teach us all. But back then, they said, you better not. But because King wasn't there was not a lot of publicity about this. And because the protesters assumed all phones were tapped, white folks had no clue what was going on. Until the city realized businesses was down by 40%. Then King comes. Frank White. What's up, Frank? Shut the show, Frank. Then King comes. They called it Project C. And it started on April the 3rd. The C was for confrontation. You know, If you know who Shuttlesworth is, y'all got to look up this dude. You know he don't play. And they started putting pressure on all the white folks. They would bust up in white churches and make white folk put them out. This Fred Shuttlesworth, man. They went to the white library and they just antagonized the city with blackness because they knew Bull Connor, Google him too, Birmingham Public Safety Commissioner, was racist AF. You know, if y'all racist AF. I hope y'all know I can't say those words. They told me to calm down. Where the whole city was really racist SF, AF. So they passed a law against parading, protesting, and boycotting. But Shuttlesworth, DGAF. I'm talking in them terms now. Them young folks got me. DGAF. Don't give a fat rat's behind. Fill in the blanks. He, King, and others were arrested. Frank White. I'm just talking about the Birmingham. The day is the anniversary, not the anniversary. The I can't. It's still anniversary. We're commemorating the 16th Street Birmingham bombing of their church on the 16th Street in Birmingham. That's when King wrote a letter from the Birmingham jail. Y'all remember? But contrary to popular belief, King could have got out at the time. The organizers had the bail money, but they had something else up their sleeve. By then, King had been arrested 13 times. So when y'all talk about he went to jail, so King was arrested 13 times. People stopped caring. When Connor abused the protesters, federal officers would not intervene. But James Bevel, another name, knew there was something worse than seeing King in jail. There was something worse than black men and women bombed and beaten. So he began organizing D-Day. On May the 2nd, 1923, thousands of children, teenagers, and students skipped school and began marching to the mayor's office to confront the mayor once and for all about segregation, and Bull Connor used violence on these kids. They know they was going to do it. It was a direct action. It was resistance. It was not nonviolence. Let me show you the picture of them babies. Let me give you a picture of it. Look at them babies. I want to give you a picture because they don't want you to see these pictures. This was designed. Bull Connor released dogs and fire hose on these kids and locked up so many people. The jails were full. By May the 6th, the city had to build a literal concentration camp on the fairgrounds. Shuttlesworth was hospitalized after being sprayed with the fire hose. The city wanted a truce. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. These are our babies. This is what was happening to our people. They don't want you to talk about this. Hope you screenshot it. MLK was sent to negotiate. Shuttlesworth told King, when I see that you have called it off, I will get up out of my sick bed. If you done call this mess off while I'm in here, and lead them back into the street, and your name will be mud. Y'all got to know who Fred was. That's what he told King. See, y'all think everything was hunky-dory back then. He said, man, if you call this off, on May the 10th, they agreed to partially desegregate Birmingham. On Saturday, May the 11th, the room where King was staying was bombed. At the same time, the home of A.D. King was bombed. In both cases, witnesses said they saw uniformed police officers drop packages off at both locations of the bomb. The mess hit the fan. Y'all know I want to make that impact. The stuff, the SHIT hit the fan. The federal troops, the feds sent the federal troops in. Angry white people convinced the Birmingham Board of Education to expel the 1,081 black students for protesting during the Children's Crusade, but a judge reversed it in 3 days. Store chains ordered the Birmingham locations to desegregate. Black students enrolled at University of Alabama on June 11th, and Governor George Wallace stood at the door. July the 12th. At this time, now, I'm telling you, I'm giving you a different time. July 12th, a judge ordered Birmingham schools to desegregate. July 23rd, the city council repealed all segregation laws. On August, there was the March on Washington. On September the 3rd, the first day of school, Alabama state troopers went to the schools uninvited to try to block black students from entering. September the 4th, the white and Floyd Armstrong became the first black students in the city to attend a white school. September the 7th, the governor closed all schools. So the National Guard integrated the schools under the protection from the president. On September the 8th, the home of black businessman A.G. Gaston was partly who was partly financing the civil rights movement was bombed. On September the 12th, Gaston's other home was bombed. After the schools were integrated, white people across the city literally hunted black people until September 15th. Addie Mae Collins, Cynthia Wesley, Carol Robertson, Carol McNair were in the church basement bathroom changing into their choir robes when a phone rang. The voice says 3 minutes and hung up. They did not have 3 minutes. Sarah Collins was there too. She had 21 pieces of glass in her eye. She was 12. Johnny Robinson knew it was hunting season. He was shot by the police in the back as he bicycled away from the scene. Larry Joe Sims and Michael Lee Fairley, both 16, were white guys, were riding a motor scooter to a white supremacist rally when the bombings happened. They both a Confederate flag. They brought a Confederate flag, attached it to the scooter, and began shooting at the first black people they saw. The first black person they saw was Virgil Lamar Ware, who was riding on the handlebars while his brother James pedaled. They shot Virgil in the face. He was 13 years old. An all-white jury found them guilty and sentenced them to 7 months in jail. Judge suspended the sentence. Now they're uh, now here's the part that you don't know. It wasn't just the residents of Birmingham who weren't surprised by the bombing. The FBI knew it was going to happen too. On April 1960, Special Agent Barrett Kemp recruited an informant named Gary Thomas Rowe. Rowe joined the Eastview Clavern of the KKK. In 1961, he helped plan the attack on the Freedom Riders with Bull Connor. The FBI knew he was involved in the bombings at MLK's room. He would later be involved in the killings of Viola Loizo. Years later, the Birmingham police files revealed that multiple witnesses told cops that Bobby Frank Cherry, one of the men who was convicted 40 years later, was also responsible for beating Fred Shuttlesworth in 1957. And on September the 30th, 1963, 2 weeks after the bombing, Colonel Al Lingo arrested Robert Dynamite Bob Chambly after he said he found evidence that Bob was involved in the bombings. This was not a conspiracy theory, but what had happened was, you know what? Maybe you'll believe it when you read it in the New York Times. Hold on. I got the article from the New York Times. I think I got it. That's it. Screenshot that. Maybe it's in the New York Times, you'll believe it. "1965. The bombings didn't stop. On April 1965, 13-year-old Weymouth Crater was killed when a bomb exploded in his parents' house. It left a 6-foot crater. I've been to Birmingham, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people who witnessed this evil are still alive. Most of the children and their grandchildren are still alive. Also, these stories are still live with them every day. But here's the thing. Where do you think the white people went? They raised their kids and their grandkids too. Their kids are carrying the legacy around too. Birmingham is more segregated now. America is just as conservative now. But people will tell you at times have changed and that was a long time ago. Well, I got an expert that'll show you. I got an expert for you. Okay? Share the show. Got an expert. Where she is. Where my lady at? Where my lady?
Because in 1963, it was really rough here in the city of Birmingham. And I hate it took them that long to realize that they didn't have to treat us that way. They should have treated us just like we was human beings, but they didn't do that. So I just, sometimes I still feel like we still in that same state because since I've grown up, I still feel that we are still not treated the way we should be treated.
Told you I had an expert. That's Sarah Collins Rudolph. Of course, this video was from a long time ago. Ladies and gentlemen, that was September the 15th, 2021. Chop shop. I'll be back in a minute.
The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop. Hey, y'all. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Ain't nothing like learning and knowing your history. And periodically I like to share those kind of things because, you know, nobody never shared it with me. So I said, when people finally share stuff like that with me, I'm gonna share it with y'all. So, but we got a lot of stuff going on. I know Jimmy's supposed to come on at some point to talk about the matchups. As a matter of fact, let me tape them. Let me text him right quick. You know, he didn't say what time. Before I go into another topic, but I did still want to clown Thaddeus Moody. And I'm not Thaddeus. I'm sorry, Thaddeus. Kevin Freedman and them guys who got on here talking about Roger Federer, him and Chris Walker. Chris Walker, you see, he ain't coming on today because you know he already done called me to my right now. You know how he talking about he ain't retired right now. I said, boy, y'all, the more I teach them, the dumber I get. But a lot of stuff going on, man. I saw Barnes. I worked in Birmingham, and I always enjoyed the city. Reminded me a lot of. What? I've been to Birmingham a lot. How does it remind you of Houston? Give me one thing. How does Birmingham remind you of Houston? There, boy. I love this kind of stuff right here. Frank White. Where my Birmingham people at? What? Hell no! Damn, boy. Just give me one. I just left there. I've been going down there every year for 100 years. I ain't never heard nobody say that in my entire life, Daryl Boy. This is why I love this show. Hey. Wait a minute. Hey, Daryl, wait. Hey, Daryl Boy's the one that went to Texas Tech. Up there in Lubbock. If Daryl Boy's the one, had it, you on point about this. Hey, that is Moody. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to get on this show and talk about this stuff without me vetting this stuff for a long time. I really had this stuff for last year, but I didn't have time to do it. Daryl Bourne said a lot of black real estate going on in Bama. I was there, a black male city council back in. Dang, what does that got to do with Houston? But thank you, Thaddeus Moody. Hey, man, when I see stuff like that, man, I'm used to Daryl Barnes. The reason I wanted to share that with y'all, I'm used to the other people's timeline telling you how stuff happened. You know, King did the King. I love King. But them folks used to put King ass in check. Fred Shuttlesworth, y'all was didn't play. Birmingham. Answer say used to call it Birmingham. But but Darren, I'm glad you see it that way, man. I love you. But no, man. No, man. No. Hey. Oh, no. Wait, not Houston. Memphis? Okay. Houston? No. No way. But what else we got? Some stuff happened, man. I got You know what? I love the mutual admiration side society of the women we have on this show, how they greet each other. I don't know if y'all men noticing that. I don't know if y'all noticed that how these our girls. Hey, now you know why these NFL and these NBA teams. Now you know why they go try to get a woman to handle this thing. I'm trying to check you out, Jimmy. You might have to go back. You might have to, whatever you did yesterday, you might, because you're looking kind. I mean, you ain't that bad, but you've been better. Get a second. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. But y'all know, yeah, I'm watching Sonya reaching out, talking to Monte. Monte talk. They just talking back to each other. You guys just get on here and don't say nothing to each other. And you wonder why, Jimmy, I'm finna give y'all some a Hatter bomb. You know they always talk about a Woj bomb. We're gonna give them some Hicks bombs and some Hatter bomb. Jimmy, in the near future, the Phoenix Suns gonna hire a black woman in the similar capacity as Cynthia Marshall is, CEO that Mark Cuban did to save his ass. You remember? Yeah, y'all remember I told you it's on the way. Hold up. They picked out a few already. That's how I know about it. But they picked out, anytime Jimmy, when Georgia was in trouble, who did they call? Stacey Abrams. When these cities in trouble, when Joe Biden ass was in trouble, who he called? Kamala Harris. So Mark Cuban was in trouble. Cynthia Marshall. Jimmy, I did a tribute to her yesterday on Women Rock Wins. Unbelievable lady. Unbelievable. And Jimmy, they got another Cynthia Marshall in the ranks. Karen Carter. She is probably going to be tabbed to fix that mess they got going on out in Phoenix, because it's unbelievable. Jimmy, did you hear the part? Jimmy, did you hear the part about when they was trying to decide whether to get Lindsey Hunter or Dan Marley to be the coach? They would decide. And Robert Sarver sit back and said, well, you know what? I like old Dan. Dan's a good guy, but yeah, he's a part. But we got to get Lindsey. You know why? We need an N-word to be over these N-words. But he didn't say N-word. Jimmy said it casual. We need a to corral these umps. This boy Rob Sarver, Jimmy. Hold up. I know you saw Kevin Freeman. He finally went and read some of it. Kevin Freeman said, whoa. Hey, y'all. Jimmy, one of his underlings, a guy up under him who got power too, gonna tell the little black, let's say like you dressing like the day, got your glasses on. But he might call you Carlton. Not knowing that you were from Rosewood. He'll call you Carlton and tell you, hey Carlton, do that damn Carlton dance for me. I need you to do it right now. Do it right now. And bully the kid into doing the Carlton dance. Then I guess the kid went on and did. I mean, Coach, this for 18 years. And Adam Silver looked sick yesterday. I know you watched the piece of the conversation. But Jimmy, you wasn't on the show yesterday when I talked about this. This one gonna get you, Jimmy. He had the Christmas party, at the holiday party. Sarver, the CEO, the head one in charge, grinding pelvic to pelvic with the man dancing. Pelvic to pelvic, not pelvic to the woman. Man grinding. Jimmy, hold up. He taking a shower in the team facilities. A female employee walking by, he got what he tell her. Girl, you ain't never seen nothing that's big before, hey. Jimmy, they said every meeting he gonna crack a nasty sexual joke. At every meeting, he gonna talk about something. Just Robert Sarver, man, is unbelievable, man. I don't know if you'd have read a lot about it, but man, wow. That's why LeBron said we didn't get this right. But guess what? They've been knowing about this. Baxter Holmes had talked about this a long time ago, man. They just hand down the judgment now. And Chris Paul, Jimmy, think about this. Chris Paul was there with your homeboy Sterling, and he's here with Sadar. Chris Paul, yeah, he's on. Yeah, I just letting you know about your homeboy, man. That pelvic to pelvic got me, Jimmy. And them dudes didn't want that to happen. They was backing up off him. And he constantly grinding on him. He the boss. Let me grind on you. I'm the boss. What's up, man? Hey, have you got Doug and them lined up? You got Doug and Archie lined up? You got them lined up? Because I want to talk about these matchups.
Yeah, we're getting to that. And, of course, we're at the top of the hour, so you guys know what that means. You share the show. It's Baby Friday for us. Might be Thursday for you, but it's Baby Friday on the Chop Shop. And we got a lot coming up with you today. Of course, NFL picks. If Lori get everything queued up, that's always a good little fun thing. We got a nice little slate of NFL games. We'll talk about that shortly. And matter of fact, we probably get to NFL as soon as we get Lori. As soon as Lori, did she send us some stuff?
She didn't send us stuff. We do our own stuff, and she just tabulated. We got to wait till she get on.
We got to make sure we got to tag Lori, make sure she helping at it.
Yeah,
so she can get these picks logged in. And then
let me see if she ready. Go on, keep talking. I'm gonna see if she ready.
Yeah. Then meanwhile, you make sure Doug and Archie, you want to get them onto the feed. You want to release the schedule for the Hoops Giving Classic. So the Hoops Giving Classic, which will take place November the 23rd at Houston Christian High School. That's where it has been for the last 5 years or so. After making his debut over at Second Baptist High School. And Second Baptist, whereas you guys remember there was some memorable Hoops Giving Classics at that location.
Yeah, oh yes.
And Prime Prep and Deion Sanders coming in the building and some of De'Aaron Fox making his mark. Guys like Justice Winslow made his mark at that Hoops Giving Classic. Justin Jackson made his mark there. Kids like J.J. Caldwell. What about that Satch? It's a homeschool program that was briefly lived. They made a hell of a splash by upsetting then nationally top 10 ranked program out of Dallas, and they had on that team had Terrence Ferguson, Mark Vital, a couple other cats. Emmanuel Moutier. Those guys were loaded. This was about 10 years ago. Some great atmosphere, great basketball. People did not need or rely as heavily on social media as it did then. So once again, we trying to find old Doug and Archie. And I am pulling it out. And to them right now, you guys just bear with us. And while Heather's trying to find Lori Dotson.
No, she 20 minutes.
Okay.
She 20 minutes away.
So we'll work done. Okay, we'll push some other stuff and talk about some other stuff first.
Also, Doug and them ain't around?
No, they gonna come. And,
okay. All right. They giving the Texans just 10 points this week. Yeah.
No, we don't talk for you. Wait till Lori get this thing.
No, Cletus. Thank you. King Stitch, you tell him, he needs some help. He trying to help you out, Jimmy. He said, don't go for a hit. Don't be no sucker hit. Yeah, you need to help him. Y'all need to help him.
You mean to tell me you wouldn't take 10 points?
Oh, I'm going with the Texans. I don't care who they play.
They didn't have no problem scoring. They scored 20 last week.
I'm going with the Texans. I don't care if they play. I'm on the Texas side. I ain't going that far, but I'm going with the Texans. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there later. Is Doug at the Marriott? That man said Doug at the Marriott. See that, Chris Walker? You saying stuff like that and see what happened. People think Doug at the Marriott. No, he at the Days Inn. No. So what you got? What you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, so first piece of news we got.
What?
Finally, UConn has. Well, it ain't on them. Kevin Ollie has settled his lawsuit with UConn.
I thought they did already.
Now the judge had awarded him $11 million.
Yeah.
Earlier this year.
Right.
So obviously UConn was appealing that, obviously. And that was going to tie it up some more, probably another period of time. He just settled for $3.9 million. That's like $4 million.
No.
Yes. You done went this long. This suit started in 2018, 4 years ago. He settled for $4 million.
No.
That include now you got to pay your attorney fees out of that, which is gonna eat up a chunk, maybe a quarter of that.
Yeah. Might be 30%. Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Harold, what you think about that? You settled for
I said no. Hell no. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know the particulars of the case.
Yeah, but you already, it's different if he wasn't working at all. He's working right now for the last year.
Something happened, Jim.
You see what I'm saying? With the overtime elite. So you're getting, you know what I'm saying? You got money.
He must have didn't have no win. He must have didn't have no win.
He already won.
No, but he wasn't going to win. Evidently, in this, when in the appeal, it was shaky. Something happened in the appeal process. I don't know. I ain't looked into it. But it's a reason for that man to go from 11 to 3.
Well, 3.9 is 4.
11 to 4.
Yeah. 11 to 4 on the settlement.
I don't know about
this fast. I mean, I
don't know, Kevin. But I don't know you. We don't know. I don't care if he's working or not, Jimmy. You don't want to know nobody. That man said, man, give me my $4 million. I don't know. Give me my $4 million. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't in his pocket.
In case you guys probably lost memory of this case, Kevin Ollie won a national championship with UConn. He became one of the very few black head coaches to win a national championship in men's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
A year later, pretty much he's fired. Right? And remember now, first Jim Calhoun was his predecessor.
Mm-hmm.
And think about this. Just say if you were clueless about NCAA basketball and recruiting 5 years ago. Think about what you've learned since these NIL deals and stuff has came out. Think about what you just say for the novices out there. Think about what you've learned about how people just confess now. They understand, they embrace it. Yeah, we've been given, we're gonna take care of our people. It's just gonna do it by the way of name, image, likeness. For them to say that, that means it's been going on everywhere, as you've heard many tall tales, or true or factuals. So Kevin Ollie, he decided to sue the school because they refused to pay him his money that was remaining on his contract. He had a multi-million-dollar contract. So basically, what was left on his contract is probably what he just settled for. Hell no. It's 5 years. The least you should have got some interest on that money and cover my legal fees. That got to be part of the deal too.
Jimmy, I don't understand this.
In January, the courts agreed. It was an arbitrator had ruled in favor of Kevin Ollie that the school improperly fired him, and they owe him $11.1 million.
And this man was a student athlete at that school. That's what pissing me off about it. This kid went to UConn too, man.
He good people too, man.
Yeah.
And basically, he got black. Remember, while this case is going on, nobody could touch him in the NCAA. So basically, he's blackballed out of coaching in the NCAA. And then you have people like the former Louisville coach. He goes and sit there and his name is in court documents. In court documents.
And he got a job.
And he's back coaching. This coming a couple of days after Deion Sanders, makes a wake-up call or a plea to a lot of the HBCUs
of course,
to galvanize and set a bar when you're playing these games.
Quit playing for them peanuts, man. That's all he said. Quit playing for them peanuts, man. These folks will pay it. We see they'll pay it. Don't go accept that mess.
Yeah.
It get your head beat in. Loved it, Deion. But some people like Chris don't like Deion. But thank you, Deion, for saying it. Go and play. Don't go pay for $400,000 no more. If it ain't $750 and up, we're gonna tell the whole story. If it ain't $750 and up, don't go play HBCU. Cause what? Them big old grown ass men that whooped up and hurt your little guys. You done lost them for the season. It ain't worth it. Get that bread. HBCUs. Thank you, Deion. But what else, Jimmy? Kevin Ollie, Jimmy, I'm reading this stuff, Jimmy. I don't know. Y'all got to see. I got to look into it because it's something in there. It's in this article. That's why I got to read about 4 or 5 articles because it's gonna be something they're gonna give me to say. Oh, I see why he did it. I see why he did it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's troubling.
Yeah, man. Good dude, like you said, good dude, man.
Man, he good people, man. Kevin Ollie good people, man, for real. And and it's like you're just looking. I'm just thinking. That's why I brought up the Deion thing. How they just think that they just chunk us some crumbs and we good.
Yeah,
we take. But then at the same time,
but I don't think they chunk. The judge awarded him, Jimmy. He could have fought, but it was going to be a long, drawn out battle. Maybe because but Jimmy, I read something in there. His show cause is up now. So maybe he wanted to get that behind him. Because it just expired.
That could be it. That could be one of the things. But I mean, you leaving a whole lot on the table.
I understand, but I'm just saying, when you go in there looking for a job and you got a suit over here, I mean, it just, hey man, that's behind me. And Jimmy, what hurts me, that guy played there. In the university. Y'all, I want y'all to hear this. He played there. He bled there. He sweated there. If they don't give a hell and won a national championship there. If they don't give a head fat rat's behind about him, think what he thinking about you. Now, y'all bet. Hey, Jimmy, we talking about him. It's a wake-up call to somebody else. To these other people out here thinking these universities love y'all. They like what you can do for them, baby. Wow. That was a good one. What else you got?
Yeah. Well, I'll say that I guess, sometimes stories can slip on to the back, but, WNBA finals going on.
Tonight.
And I think it's 1-1 or is it 2-0?
No, 2-0. Las Vegas. Hey, Jimmy.
These
girls are good, man. Man, I promise you, I take my hat off to this baby.
We got an H-Town girl on the roster.
Who?
Your school on the roster. Westside High School.
Oh, Sydney. Yeah, I heard her name, but I just didn't think she's still in the league.
Yeah. She outlasted all them gals, ain't she?
Yeah.
She outlasted all them gals from that class.
Dude, I heard her name. Jimmy, this girl, Chelsea Gray. Oh, she be taking them little girls like, come on, huh? And Jimmy be spinning off them like Kobe and shoot the fade away. Get your little ass off me. That's how she be doing them girls, man. Tonight, I want to see what the Connecticut Suns gonna do tonight. And Jimmy, your girl Jonquel, who won the MVP last year, the girl for the Suns, Asia's punking her. Asia Wilson has been punking her the whole time. I can't wait. As a matter of fact, so soon as I take a break, when y'all get to talking, I'm gonna go because I might leave and forget. I'm gonna set all of my dials tonight because I want to see the football game too tonight. Want to see the football game too tonight. But I got to see these girls. These girls can play, man. I love this series.
So as soon as we're gonna give you guys a football, talk some NFL and go through the football games this week and get yourself ready. That way some of y'all can make your picks on the board as well. And as soon as Lori Dotson gets
to the bill.
We're waiting on Lori. Got the chop shop all back.
Where Doug? Jimmy, we don't need Doug. You go through the thing.
I was gonna go through. I was gonna save it for that way we going to get the NFL picks. But I can go on and get y'all ready for this stuff.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about this. Yeah,
I was waiting on Archie. Doug's in them streets down in Port Arthur. Right
yeah, we'll get with them. We'll get with them. They can come in.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get y'all to share the show right now. Let's everybody.
Let's share the show.
Everybody get a share in. And
crazy man here. Crazy man that popped in. The crazy man is here. All right, Roger Federer, Chris Federer's in the building.
Steve Walt.
He muted himself. Why you mute yourself, baby? You muted. It said you muted yourself. Well, go back. Go. No, we can't hear you. Hey, y'all. Come on. Now, what was you saying, Jim?
Yeah, I can give you guys. Well, I think Archie is going to join us in the second. So as soon as Archie,
all right,
and we're gonna get Archie tuned in just a second, and we'll go over this schedule with you guys. You're gonna really love this schedule. This schedule I'm talking about the Hoops Giving Classic schedule. That's what I'm talking about. And you're really gonna love it. And right on cue, we have Archie Young with Forever Young Films and also RCS Sports is live on the Chop Shop. Archie, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up?
There you go. And with Archie, you got the daycare?
Man, I got my son with me. I'm in the process of selling my house and moving into a new one, and he's trying to destroy the house we're trying to sell at the same time. So we kind of going back and forth fighting right now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We have the schedule for the Hoops Giving Classic powered by Boost Mobile. And that will be November the 23rd in Houston at Houston Christian High School. You got a chance to peek the schedule out before we go into it. What do you think about it?
Well, first, I like the feel of the teams. I don't really, I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about the Dallas guys. I try to focus all of my attention on our guys here in Houston. But, I mean, you got some really good teams, the teams that are traditionally good, like Atascocita and those types of schools. So I'm excited about it. I'll be there the whole time. So I hope there's a hospitality room.
Oh, definitely a hospitality room at the Hoops Giving Classic. Ain't nothing better than that. We put the fried turkeys out there and everything. But now let's get with this schedule. And of course, without further ado, the action will take place in two adjacent gymnasiums on the campus of Houston Christian High School, starting at 9:30 in the morning. 9:30 in the morning. First game involves two Greater Houston teams, and that is Stafford versus Concordia Lutheran. That's Stafford versus Concordia Lutheran. And what do you know about either one of those teams?
Well, Stafford is going to come ready to play, and they're going to play hard. Concordia Lutheran is really kind of guard-based traditionally, and they'll be that way this year. They lose Jacob Hudson, who went to the high school up in Louisville, but they pick up Jace Jeffries, who just entered into the RCS Sports ranking, and him and his mom, they're happy, but they know they have some work to do. But they still have Jesse Fuller. They have Howie King, who is R.J. King's little brother, and he can shoot the leather off the ball. So it should be a really, really good game, man. And if Stafford can get into those guards defensively, then Concordia Lutheran might have a tough time, but Concordia Lutheran, they've always had shooters. They've always been able to get up and run. So this should be an entertaining game to start the day off. I'm going to have to drink 2 coffees before I get there.
And of course, the kid from Stafford, that's one of the Chop Shop viewers. His son is the star player at Stafford, right?
Bishop.
Yeah. What's his?
Yeah.
You remember his name, right?
Yeah. Glenn Bishop.
Glenn Bishop.
He's really, really strong. He can do multiple things on the floor. He can score from the outside, but I like him better when he's getting into the paint. He can finish in traffic, and so yeah, he's a game changer for them.
Last time Stafford made a showing at the Hoops Giving Classic, they put a whammy on Jack Yates. Remember, they played Yates, and everybody, they made their coming out party a couple of years ago in that game. Second up, okay, so that's 9:30 in the morning on one court. Meanwhile, at 10:30 in the morning on the second court, College Park and Madison.
Right. So College Park, I mean, man, I'm going to be interested to see them because they lost a ton last year. I believe they still got Big Xander now. I mean, kid, they really lost a lot. JJ Gambrell, who a couple of weeks ago everybody thought that he was transferring, but
and of course, Madison, what I'm hearing is they may pick up a couple of transfers in the Johnson brothers, Johnson and Johnson, who played.
Malik.
Yes, they're
okay.
And haven't confirmed it yet, but they were rumored to be enrolling at Madison High School. What happens if those two brothers go to Madison along with Gambrell and Mason Allen and those guys?
Well, they're going to have tremendous spacing because both of the Johnson brothers can shoot the ball. I like their length. JJ can shoot the ball. So there's going to be a lot of spacing going on with that Madison group. Those two guys do come, and you're going to have to guard two him against them.
And
somebody said,
Stephen
Wood said that Milby.
Who they end up going to Milby. Okay. That's a big pickup for Milby. Chris Isles is the head coach at Milby. He was a star at Hastings High School back in the days, back in those.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Right around the B.J. Holmes era,
Mm-hmm.
You had Chris Isles and running that thing in the backcourt. So that is big for Milby. But meanwhile, we're going through the schedule of the Hoops Giving Classic. Now back focusing on the other court at 11 o'clock a.m. We have Cy Creek and Dickinson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then on the second court, we have Katie Jordan and Cy Ridge.
Hold on, who's on the phone?
That's Archie on the phone.
That's Archie Young.
Arch. What's good, Arch?
Wait a minute, Jimmy. This is the season. What is this, Jimmy?
The Hoops Giving Classic.
Oh, this the Hoops Giving Classic. See, I keep.
Hold up. You got the Milby Buffaloes in the Hoops Giving Classic? About time.
Milby just picked up. No, not yet. Milby just got a brand new coach, and they also
just played for my AAU team. Chris Isles played for me.
He played for you on which team?
Come on, man. What do you think, man?
Hey, man.
I'm saying the people don't know what team, Chris. Which team?
The T-Mac All-Stars.
Back in the day, man. Chris Isles old as hell, man. He played for T-Mac.
He doesn't look old. He still look young now.
Yeah, he a little dude. T-Mac. You know what? I don't want to hijack it, but his dad, how involved was his pops? Oh, my God.
I don't know.
Dad was an AAU dad for sure. Oh, you don't
Oh.
remember that, huh? Jimmy, no.
What you call an AAU dad?
What you call an AAU dad?
He was just very involved. He was always around. He was present. He was just there. He wasn't obnoxious though. He was.
Oh, okay. He wasn't like me.
No, he wasn't like you. That, you know, sit by yourself. You want your shot, your kid to shoot every shot, but not say. But I'm glad you're giving the Buffaloes some respect. It's about time the Milby Buffs get some respect.
No. We wasn't talking about the Milby Buffs. We talking about two kids that transferred in and they happened to know no better. So they went to the Milby Buffalo. Because they were supposed to go to another school.
Hey, in 85, they had a kid transfer in. They didn't know no better. Shit, tell him, Arch. Oh, Arch too young. He don't know nothing about that. Arch don't know nothing about that.
No, you had a dude that didn't live in that area transferred in there. You're right.
When I was in high school, and Alton Ford backed me down, and I think my soul left my spirit. That's how strong he was.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Archie, just remember, I built the house. Alton walked through the front door, but I built it. I put the foundation there. Just remember that. It wasn't cool until I did it. Anyway, keep going, Jimmy. I digress. Keep going.
Poor Milby, man. Anyway, of course, we're talking about the Hoops Giving Classic and going through some of the.
Hey, Jimmy, hold up. In the fall ball last night, Milby got beat 61-17 by Dawson last night. So I'm just letting you know in fall ball. I'm just letting you know.
Hold up.
Wow.
Give him some time. Hey, Nick Saban lost to Louisiana Monroe the first year he was at Alabama. So give him some time. You know what I'm saying? Give him some
Did
time.
this man said Nick Saban?
So you compare Milby to Nick Saban. You only see Walt can do that.
You reach.
Milby
Come
was the
on, Jimmy.
powerhouse. Y'all tripping.
What's the next game, Jimmy? So he can
Next game we got, how about this? Atascocita and San Antonio Brennan. Now, San Antonio Brennan is indeed projected to be one of the top 2 or 3 teams out of the whole entire ASAC area. That's Austin, San Antonio, and Killeen. This team is supposed to be pretty good. Atascocita, they are pretty much, I mean, that's a program. It's some, basically in Houston, they're a machine. They're going to win, place, a show every doggone year. And David Martinez, what he's doing, think about it. He just next man up. Until it doesn't work anymore, it's next man up, and next thing you know,
any kids ever go to college? They ever get any scholarship kids? I'm just curious.
What do you mean? Yes, absolutely.
I don't know anybody from Atascocita. Who went to Atascocita?
Fabian White, Carson Edwards.
Who?
I
remember those two. After those two.
You mean after those two? Because there was some more before them. Well, after them, the latest one as far as is playing over started at Louisiana Tech this year.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I got it.
Caleb Stewart.
Yeah, Caleb Stewart. He started at Louisiana Tech.
Okay. Cool.
Not many, Chris. But keep
going.
going.
It's a public school. They have a good stream of Division I players.
It's all right.
That's came out there in the past years. Yeah, well, you can go back to 2009 when you had Tiny Gallinan, but he left and went to Oak Hill. And so did Jamal Branch, but that's when
right.
Brand new back then, right?
Yeah. Well, pretty much. So they were the new kids on the block, and around that time. But then they put a good string of Division I players out, and I tell you one thing about them, they have a lot of kids that the non-Division I schools, it's a buffet for those. If you're a non-Division I coach. You go over to Atascocita, sometimes you go look at the third or fourth guy. That third or fourth guy, fifth, sixth guy, there is a non-Division I prospect every year.
Yeah, Chris don't keep up with them kind of guys, though.
You're right. I don't, but that's not the point. I will try to help people. What do you mean? I know people at all levels. I'm all about.
I know you know them, but
I'm all about getting a cost-free education. All right.
I like
I'm
that.
all about that.
Absolutely. What you got next, Jim?
So next up, of course, we got Mayde Creek and San Antonio Wagner.
Okay.
That's a good matchup. Of course, Archie, what you know about any one of those teams?
Well, San Antonio Wagner lost 2 huge pieces from last year with Nunez and Garcia, Kevin Garcia. That was that's why they had a successful year last year. But Mayde Creek, they come back They lose Angel Sonier, but they still have, Christian and Jamal and Caleb. They'll be one of the front runners for the KU district again this year. Christian is just one of my all-time favorite little guards to watch. Him and somebody else is playing in this particular event, Montana Wheeler. Both of them are 2025. I love watching both of them play. So, Wagner is going to have their hands full with Bob. And Bob always does a really, really good job of getting his kids prepared to play whoever they're playing. So that should be a good one.
And, of course, next up we have Thurgood Marshall and Dallas Kimball.
Yeah, Marshall with they got the young guy, Chris Catchings, and, of course, everybody knows Jalen Lowe. Really, really good point guard, great size, sees the floor well, scores it in multiple ways. So, I don't know very much about Dallas Kimball, but if they don't come ready to play, Jalen Lowe is going to drop 40.
But the Dallas Kimball, they've appeared to somehow reload. And as I talked to Coach Nick Smith last week, and he's excited again about this season to understand Dallas Kimball is the team that went to state, lost to Beaumont United back-to-back seasons. Season was unfortunately, I would say highlighted in a sad way by a shooting from one of the student managers. Was shot in the leg, and as a result of one of the players entering the bus or the trip with a loaded handgun. So, but Tijon Brown is one of their star players at Dallas Kimball this season, among other players. So that's going to be an exciting matchup, because one thing you know about Kimball, they're going to press, they're going to pressure, and Ronnie Courtney.
And they're going to lose.
And we have Jalen Lowe is chomping at the bit, and in this schedule, this is a premier game for him to make a statement. And of course, by the time these games come around, most of these young men will probably have been signed on the to the letters of intent by then. Next up, we have St. Francis Episcopal and the Dallas-based Taka Storm, who's ran by Ani Umada.
Right. So St. Francis Episcopal you should always follow that by AKA JL3 2025.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 2026, because they have a lot of JL3 kids. Nigel Walls is one to watch. He's about 6'8", can shoot it. I'm really, really high on this young man, John LaBoy. Just can do everything on the floor. I like him with the ball in his hand. And Dallas Taka, they have a kid that I saw this summer named Bishop Jones. I don't know very much else about their team, but this kid can play. He's about 6'5", 6'6", plays the four positions, really, really strong, really, really athletic. And, he can defend, too. He can defend multiple positions. So that is one Dallas player that I remember from the summer that I wrote his name down. So
I'm listening.
I ain't saying that.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Okay, now also from Taka, they have a big fella, big youngster that's pretty doggone good, and that's Jaden Tomes. He's part of that class, that 2025 class you just mentioned. That's one of the things that made me put this matchup on. And when you're an event operator, scheduling is very important. This is a scholastic event, and you have this kid from Taka. He's ranked number 17 in the country by Rivals.com. He's 6'8". How tall is Nigel, Archie?
Yeah, he's about 6'8", 6'9".
And he's part of what class?
He is the class of 2025.
So that means I'm giving Nigel a chance to make a mark on the national scale of things, because now you going man to man. You get this joker here whose Rivals considers him number 17 of all of the sophomores in the country. That's why this game is magnificent. Has amongst other things, Both teams, it's going to be a lot of length on that court.
Right.
A lot of
Offense
length
gonna be
on
big.
that court. I'm talking about at least 7 guys that's 6'6" or better on that court getting it in. So make sure that's going to be a 3 p.m. November the 23rd. Hoops Giving Classic. If you're just tuning in, give us a share right now. Share the show. We're going through some of the schedules. Next up, we have Silsbee and O.D. Wyatt. Silsbee and Fort Worth O.D. Wyatt. How about that? Now, these two teams played each other in the TABC event in June. What do you know about the Silsbee team, Archie?
Oh, well, they have Jalen Miller. If he's back in football, he plays football too. He's good at football as well. And then, of course, they have Jared Harris that, from what I saw on social media, he's just entered into the national rankings conversation. I believe that was 247 Sports had him, I think, at like number 37. But long plays both sides of the ball, do not take bad shots, minimizes mistakes. He can fill it up in a hurry. He can play above the rim. So yeah, he's one of the better guys out of the Houston area.
Indeed, and also this Silsbee team, they roll deep. That atmosphere is going to be jumping in the building, and as you guys see, that's 3 Dallas teams, DFW teams, playing back to back to back. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna patch in right now Doug Jones, and we're gonna let Doug share his thoughts. And Doug Jones, let me see. There we go, right there. Make sure I got this thing popping right. Doug Jones, what's going on? Welcome to the Chop Shop.
What's the deal?
Oh, Lord.
No, you must ate you a trill burger.
Oh, my goodness.
Talking like,
Listen, man.
Chris Walker talking to you, Doug.
We know you at the Marriott snuggled up on them feather down pillows. Wake up and get on the show and get professional. Put your Dodger hat, your Tampa Bay Ray hat on, whichever one you wear today, and get ready to roll. You're on the Chop Shop.
Chris, just because you've been miserable because your Cowboys stunk it up the other day. Don't be trying to get me. I'm going to be all right.
So now, Doug, we're going through the schedule for the Hoops Giving Classic, and I got a message. One of the coaches is watching the Chop Shop from San Antonio.
Which one?
San Antonio Wagner. He said, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
Look, he says, this Made Creek. And what's the point guard and the 2 guards you said from the class of 2025 that's on that team?
Christian Jones and Jamal Creighton.
Well, San Antonio Wagner, says they better be ready for this freshman who's the top freshman in San Antonio. He's 6'7". His name is Trayvon Clark. Any y'all ever heard of him?
No, but I do know that Wagner has a guard that I believe plays for San Antonio Fire in the summer, and he's small, but if you let him get it off, he can knock it down from anywhere. I can't think of his name, but he plays for San Antonio Fire.
We don't want to talk about them small ones. We talking about this 6'7" coming to town.
The long ones.
Y'all can keep them midgets. Hey,
So he's a 6'7" guard.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen. He played with the San Antonio Rhythm this past summer, and I'm anxious to see this young man in action against Made Creek. And
I like that.
It's gonna be some good action out there. Made Creek. One thing about it is always gonna be fun watching Coach Favre on the sidelines, bouncing all over the place and jumping all over the place. But this team
I forgot he coached that team.
And I want that they do a pretty good job over that. I mean, they turned the program around. I mean, that team, you got to realize it was just.
I haven't seen them play, so I wouldn't know. So y'all everything y'all telling me is new.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so
I'm watching film on them right now.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
don't send me the film. I don't want to watch it. Send me. Hey, Jimmy, tell me about this Jack Yates Dallas Lincoln.
that's the next game up. Jack Yates and Dallas Lincoln.
Okay.
That game there is going to both of those teams are what you would consider seriously. They're awfully young. They're not the only teams playing that awfully young, but that's why it's a good matchup. Because now, of course, with Yates,
what you mean
Doug
by
Jones,
young, Jimmy? Because when you're playing varsity basketball, I don't want to hear it. Tell me what you mean by young.
For Dallas Lincoln terms, you got to talking about. Remember, this ain't the heydays when Byron Etan. He ain't coming through that door no time soon. You know, Chris Bosh ain't coming through that door no time soon for this Dallas Lincoln team right here. Those days of
so why they in this?
So because historically,
okay,
they're still a team that they roll deep. The coach, good coaching. At the same time, Yates is a team they know they're 1 year away. Yates, that's why they get to the season opener. They'll be back in the season opener next year. But this is the Hoops Giving Classic we're talking about right now. Okay. And Doug, tell them who's a star, the couple of star players on this Jack Yates team.
Calvin Murphy III.
He can play.
Smooth guard, can really score the ball, really shoot the ball. Deshaun Scott, who recently was playing football but decided to stop. And they're going to be solid. Like you said, they're a year away, but those two guys are sophomores, so they're gonna be looking. But you can't tell them that they're 1 year away. They think they're ready now, so they exude confidence. So it should be interesting to see how they do against the Dallas Lincoln team. You know they're gonna come in prepared to play with the Dallas-Houston rivalry, and they're gonna play hard and be well coached.
And that is 4 Dallas versus DFW versus Greater Houston games in a row.
Wow.
4 in a row.
Wow.
Guess what? We're not done. We got another one. This is going to be the record for the most. We should just call this year's event DFW versus H-Town.
Yeah. The Dallas Houston Showdown.
The DFW versus H-Town Get Down. That's what we should have called this. We should have just renamed the event. And how about this next game coming up? Who we got next? Doug, we'll let you take this next game. 5 o'clock, Hoops Giving Classic. Main center court. It's a showdown.
Hey, Doug, can I help you a little bit? I just want to help you on one name. I got 2 words for y'all. Wesley Yates for Beaumont United. And I don't care nothing about who else they playing. Now, Doug, I'm sorry. I just want to interrupt.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what. Dallas Carter got to do it on their team. That's going to be a problem for BU, man. No, chance per year. Like, that kid can really, really play.
Well, Frank,
so that's gonna be a good matchup between them two, man.
I like that.
And what's that name again?
What his name?
His name is Chance Per Year.
Per Year. I've seen that name somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude can play, man.
Now, how good is Dallas Carter supposed to be this year?
Man, I saw Dallas Carter at TABC, man. Dallas Carter good enough to win state.
What?
Yeah.
So
Dallas
this is
Carter in 4A, Dallas Carter.
Oh, that's a 4A team. Okay.
Yeah, but they're not a red 4A team now. They just classified in it. It ain't true. Hey, remember our Bushwick Bill saying that song? This ain't no ordinary. It's on that mind.
Okay, Robert Sarver. Hey, Chris Sarver, how you doing?
Really good.
Now,
Jimmy freezing up on me over there. Ladies and gentlemen.
5 DFW versus Greater Houston games in a row, and there's 2 more games, still 2 more games to be played in 1 day of action. We have next up, who we got, Archie, on that 6 o'clock game?
We got Bel Air versus Summer Creek.
Woo!
It should be a good one. Bel Air is young, but they are super talented. I love Sheldon Henderson, 6'6" kid, forward. He can play inside, outside. He got the body of a strong safety. Summer Creek, they're real strong with their guards. I'm high on Kyle Morgan, but they have AJ Rose, who's a dog defensively. So yeah, it should be. They also got the Darius Sullivan kid, who's a dog defensively too. So they're going to get into these young guys at Bel Air. You got Noah Newman, who can really shoot it. Coleman Dutton, I'm really high on him as well. So it should be a good matchup. I think.
And Cameron Patterson back in Summer Creek too.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Cam Patterson, boy.
Yeah.
Where he come from?
Well, he was there, but he was rumored to go to transfer to Booker T. Washington. That was the
Okay.
skinny. But he decided to return to Summer Creek. But he played this summer with pro skills out of DFW, and he ended the July on a very good note. I'm talking about how good did he play? He played good. He played so well. I'm understanding 16 under circuit. He plays with his age group on the EYBL, but there were people considering him for the ESPN rankings without question.
But he ain't T-Mac All-Star good. He ain't Chris Walker good though.
The RCS Sports tune-up.
Yep.
That's where it started. You sure right. It started in June. We was at that building over at Aldine Davis for the tune-up. When we watched some 7 legs. We watched, but Booker T. Washington just played that night. Remember, Cam Patterson had played with Booker T. He drops 38 one night, drops another 35 plus the next game, and it was like, oh man, this dude, and he's been playing well ever since. He's about 6'3", and that's going to be a good matchup because Coach Glover with Bel Air. He got you mentioned Noah Newman and Big Andrews and of course, one thing about Sheldon Henderson, he's now the new #1 ranked sophomore in all of Greater Houston. So that's it. And of course, we got one more game left on the slate. Archie, you mentioned the name earlier, and he's be in action. You guys definitely remember Savell Wheeler playing at Houston Christian. Guess what? He has a younger brother. And tell us about him. He's going to be in action. Who is Houston Christian playing against to close this thing out?
They're playing against Bush, who's got Kyrie Murray, who's a really, really solid guard. They also have Ronyo, who can shoot it from anywhere. So they got some scoring power over at Bush. But Houston Christian, like I said, Montana Willard, 2025, really, really good in transition. Really, really knows the game. High IQ, targeted versus last year, the freshman averaged 17 points, and I believe 6 assists. But he'll have a little bit of help. He got big 6'10", CJ down in the middle. He's strong, super athletic. Also have Dominic Sparrow, who's about 6'8", really, really high fundamental guy, really, really smart. Also I just put out a video of this guy because we were talking about some of the best shooters, and I was like, Houston Christian got one. Terrence Spalding, can flat out shoot the ball. Almost on a Kyle Korver type level. When he misses, you're surprised. So there's a lot of firepower. There's another kid at Houston Christian, and I'm really high on that people will get a chance to see more this year. Chris Altman, he's really athletic, really strong, nice body. Houston Christian will be loaded, but Bush has a lot of scoring power on their end too, and Coach Jay is going to have them ready to play.
Yeah, and of course, and that is the Hoops Giving Classic. And in case you the schedule, you want to see the schedule, you can get it all. Just tune in there. Go to rcssports.com. Once again, go to rcssports.com and look in the VIP news. The schedule is posted right there. And how you can give them a teaser of that schedule. You can jump in on there with. But we definitely now, Doug and Archie, how can they follow you guys or catch up with you guys on social media?
You follow me at djones8301 on Twitter and Instagram.
You can follow me, @4, the letter Y Films on Twitter, and Forever Young Films on Instagram.
And of course, you guys don't forget, this is the Hoops Giving Classic, November the 23rd. We'll have VIP tickets will be going on sale on October the 3rd. And we will have VIP tickets, which will include the hospitality room. The World Fan is going to be always rocking there.
Man, if you want to get some food for the hospitality, you better get in there early because they'll be going fast.
Oh, yeah, it's going to go fast. It's going to go. Definitely going to go fast. We got, fried turkey, baked turkey, dressing, green beans, everything that Shirley Caesar say it on that doggone song back in the day. Yeah, we're gonna have all that right there. It's gonna be going on, and of course desserts. That's gonna be, make sure VIP tickets will be available. That way you have premium seating get reserved in both courts. That is the schedule right there that you guys can peek at and
Screenshot it. They can screenshot it.
they can screenshot it with their phone. And that is the schedule and for the Hoops Giving Classic. And that's all the information. And you guys, once again, thank you, Doug Jones and Archie Young, man, for chopping it up. You guys can feel free to hang in there. We can talk a little football and talk to Steve Walk in just a second. And go over our pick.
We'll see what I got to say about football.
So he's going to see what you got to say about football, Steve Walk. And I want to add one thing. I just got a note. I mentioned about the kid from Dallas, Taka Storm, who's ranked number 17 in the country, the big fella Jaden Toms. Well, Nigel Wall is also ranked in the country by Rivals.com. He's ranked 28 in the country by Rivals.com right now. So that's a matchup of two of the nation's top 30 players in that respective class. And trust me, I'm anxious to see that game. I'm telling you. And it's a lot of stuff. It's going to be people going back and forth from gym to gym, from halftime to halftime, checking out that action. You're not going to be able to leave. Not going to be able to leave. But thanks a bunch now. So next up we got Chris. We you itching about some stuff. What you got on your mind, Seawalk? We talked about. I had a question, Seawalk. We talked about Kevin Ollie he's settled.
I was going to bring that up. He got that bread.
He's settled for $3.9 million. The judge had already awarded him $11.1 million earlier this year. What you feel about this settlement for the 3.9?
I haven't read into it. Bless you. But I guarantee you, either they can pay it faster, a lump sum in 3.9, and they have to pay the 11 over time, which wouldn't make sense either. Because I mean, it's not like Kevin Ollie's broke because he's getting paid for overtime. A lot of people don't know Kevin Ollie runs an overtime program. So guys always made money, and he's one of those guys had in the league that everyone would say he would give loans out to players that made 3 and 4x his paycheck. That they would spend all their money and come to him, and they wouldn't get their money till the season come back around, and he would give out loans to guys. I didn't realize that was a thing, but it is a thing though. Yeah. Guys loan each other money, so they spend all their money.
Because they be gambling sometimes too. If they're on the trip and you gambling, Kevin Ollie just be there. Hey, you need this? You need this? I got this. Yeah. I mean, it's a whole nother culture. But keep going. I didn't want to bring that culture.
Yeah. So I don't know why. Like I said, I saw the headline. I didn't read the article, but strikes me as interesting that he didn't. I know the whole story, why it happened. Craziest story in the world.
Yes.
Briefly tell us. Briefly share with us real quick.
Okay, so I forget. Glenn Miller's his name, was the assistant coach. Calhoun retires. Similar to like John Thompson, Calhoun had an office in the building right next to the gym. So those old. It's like everything else. Ali, boxing, baseball players, football. They don't want to let it go. And they elevated Kevin Ollie, but at the end of the day, Coach Calhoun still was around. And then guess what they did? They went and won a national championship. Remember they won a championship? Wasn't that in Houston? They won a championship. And so, which I think with Shabazz Napier. And
Dallas. It was in Dallas.
It was in Dallas. Okay, Shabazz Napier. Yeah. So with that being said, now Kevin Ollie's like, bruh, chill out. We won the chip. We won the whole thing. And on top of that, they were in the AAC conference. And I want to say they finished like 5th that year. 5th, they weren't even like really good that year. They didn't win the league. And they ran, again, they went on a nice run and got it done. Point being is, this guy on the staff was disgruntled. He wanted to move him on. There was a deadline. I don't know if I want to get too deep. There was a deadline where a guy would have been vested for like 20 years, 20, 30 years in the Connecticut system, and he fired him. Instead of reassigning him, right, and just let that month or two go out, just work itself out. He got rid of him, which means that the guy probably did something crazy. He's like, man, you got to get out of here. Period.
Right.
Well, that guy goes and sues him.
Kevin Ollie?
That coach that worked for him, that worked for Calhoun, that worked for Kevin Ollie, was Brown, Connecticut for 20 years. And he was also a head coach.
He goes to school or he schools Kevin Ollie personally?
Kevin Ollie.
Okay. I'm sorry. Keep going.
And then that's when he brought out all the rules violations that everybody, that all the stuff he was doing. And the school at the time was hemorrhaging money. They had football. They still have it. Again, hemorrhaging money, terrible program. And guess what? The guy made a mistake and fired the last football coach before he's supposed to fire him. Instead of letting his contract run out when his buyout goes down, he didn't do that and owed the coach a ton of bread. So he was trying to get out of paying Kevin Ollie because he had to pay the football coach.
Right.
So they had to find something, right? They had to find something to be like, we don't have to pay you. You broke your contract, we don't have to pay you. And again, think about a coach. A snitch. We all know snitches get stitches, right? Mm-hmm. When you're in a college program, during the course of, if you work 20 years, there's no way you can't tell me you've never broken the rule, that you've never driven a kid when you're not supposed to drive a kid, that a kid was sitting there hungry and you didn't buy him a hamburger. Mm-hmm. A kid didn't have a nice, there's no coach that can tell me that. First of all, if you tell me that, you're not a human being. Because look at how they've changing all the rules every damn year to help the kid. So if you never had to help a kid before, get out of my face. I'm not saying you got to say that publicly, but give me a break.
Right.
So what he does is, to wrap it up, stuff that coaches normally do on visits, he did, and that was one of the things. I think he played one-on-one with him or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but again, they're trying to find a way not to pay him. Now, there's a whole lot of other things that could have happened. Kevin is a different dude, but guess what else? It was his alma mater.
That's what I explained that earlier. Yeah. Yes.
And they're like, no, we're not going to pay. And he won a chip for him.
Come on.
And look what they did to that dude, man.
I told her that's a wake-up call to a lot of young people. You can go to the school, do everything you can for the school, win them a chip, play blood, sweat, and tears for them, and they still will do you like that, kid.
Right. Have you ever seen that movie, Head of State? I was watching this.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Head of State is one of the favorites, funniest movies of all time.
And Bernie Mac.
And what's the beginning of it? Miss Pearl, when he ran into the building to get the cat, and she's like, baby, they won't blow up the building with us. And here they say, Miss Pearl. Hold on now.
They're going to blow that building.
Listen, they killed Martin Luther King. They turned Michael Jackson white, and he gave him all them scenarios. And the next thing you see them both running out of the building. Like, they will do you like that. Yes, they will. They will do you like that too. So yes, they did that against. Again, it was a messy situation, but I don't know why. I don't know why he would only accept 3.9. But there is a reason to take 6 million less.
Earlier, one of the reasons he had is that I think Hatter read that it may be the fact that, or maybe him at the end of his no-show clause could be expiring, and he wants to get back into college coaching and get this behind him, because otherwise it's going to be held up in courts for another couple of years. And
so you know what that means? That means he knows he got a job.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking about.
It means he knows they have a job, because some of these, I don't want to, again, I'm in the media, so I don't want to kill these guys, because we want to get interviews for them.
Yeah, be
stuff.
Nice,
Chris. I know about 4 or 5 dudes that have been thrown lifelines. And if Kevin Ollie can't get a job, I'm going to sound off. I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me, man. That dude back in the business, and I know certain guys can't get a sniff. The biggest sham of all is what happened with the Chris Dawkins thing. And Book Richardson and those guys.
Yeah.
Have y'all had Book on the show yet?
Yeah, Book.
We had him when he first came on.
And Lamont Evans got 10 years.
Biggest sham in the world, man.
10 years show cover.
Unbelievable, dog. Biggest sham in the year. Biggest sham. I mean, that's ridiculous what they did to those guys. And you know what? Jim Gatto from Adidas went to jail. I think Chris Dawkins is in jail right now.
Yeah.
He might be locked up right now. But guys actually went to jail, and the FBI agents, it was such a faulty
It
case.
was a mess.
And let me tell you something. When you get one of them FBI people that are trying to rise in the profession, they'll do some dirty stuff, man. I'm just telling you, they'll do dirty stuff to try to snatch you up. That's him right there. Yeah. That's the
Jimmy,
guy.
he looked like he'll tell it on your head.
Sit right next to him.
He had to keep him. I mean, that was the thing that was crazy. He was getting ready to,
I wouldn't want him on my staff no way. Get your guy. I ain't like him.
They never had he coached him, probably. He was a head coach. He was a head coach at Brown, I think. He was in the Ivy League as a head coach. Not Brown. No, not Columbia Brown. Might have been Dartmouth. One of them that never won. But at the end of the day,
boy, you crazy.
But you know who I blame in that whole situation? You got to realize when that happened,
Calhoun.
Yeah, dude, that was a big problem at UConn.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the black players like Ray Allen and Kimball Walker. I mean, they've had a bunch of guys. Mm-hmm. What's the other kid? In the league, you got Mecca Okafor that was in the league. Uh-huh. You got what's a few more? They got no more than a few more. They got a bunch of dudes. Gordon. They had a bunch of guys. They were split. They were upset at Calhoun because of that, man.
Yeah. Because
of what they did to Kevin Ollie.
Yeah. He could have stepped in. Could have stepped in
and be like, yo, man. So obviously there's a whole lot to it. There's a whole lot to it that we probably don't know.
Rip Hamilton, that's right. Rip.
They bought a lot of dudes. But as I was saying, just like Memphis, just like your boy Memphis and Dana Kirk. Anyway, and Larry Finch. But what? Did I say something wrong? Exactly. Yeah, don't get me started.
It's people watching me on this screen today. You notice I'm being nice. When I'm being nice like this, I know who's watching. So
you can talk about your hero, Larry Finch. You can't talk about Dana Kirk? Okay.
I love everybody. I just love the world.
Boy.
Jimmy, let's get these picks, Jimmy. So before I get out of here.
It's that time.
Huh? Tell me about who?
Y'all don't know football, so I don't want no picks. Y'all don't know football.
What do you mean? You gonna get Chris? You gonna get your pick too? Lori's
you can get a pick in here.
Yeah,
everybody.
The way we do it, Chris, is the way we do it is we have the current point spread, and either you have the option to take the point spread or give it, and everybody's picks could be the same, and then it could differentiate on other games, and we'll tally it up and we see who get the most right. I think last week.
Don't think. Last week. Don't think.
Last week, neither one of us had a winning record. Put it like that. So somebody had to come in.
I won, man. You Chris know it.
Neither one of us got more right than we got wrong.
That's all I'm saying. Y'all were 5 and 6, right?
No, he won 7 and I won 5.
And he tried to cheat on me and try to tell me, let's go bet the Monday night game. Come on, let's go this game. Come on.
Monday night game.
The Monday night game does count as 2.
It does count as 2. We just didn't do it.
Jimmy, and guess what? There's 2 Monday night games this week.
Hold on. Matter of fact, time out, Chris. I just thought about something. We did bet on Monday Night Football.
No, we did not.
Yeah,
we let Chris.
You took Sierra. You told Chris.
No. We didn't bet. Chris was supposed to take it over because you was out of reach. I said I'm not going to do that. So we let Chris take the bet.
That win tied us up.
No, sir.
I just thought about that.
Y'all got to understand. In this thing, I don't mind. I beat the brakes off you, and it was over. Let's go to this week. The first game. Come on, let's go. First game.
So you fast talking about it?
No, I'm trying to get the game over. Look at the time. I got a tea time in a minute.
Chris, we tied up last week. I won Monday Night
Football. Chris.
They gave me 2 points. You
can have it. Okay, come on. Let's get this over with now. I got tea time.
Lori Dotson, you supposed to have been on top of that.
Lori on top of it. Let's go.
Here we go. First up, we got tonight's game, the Chargers at Kansas City. Kansas City giving up 4.5. 4.5. Kansas City giving up in this game right here. What you guys see, Walt?
I mean, I got the Chiefs. You kidding me? Texas Tech boy, Mahomes. Easy. That's my homeboy.
Wait a minute. They messing my list up here, man. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Babyface assassin. That's a wrap.
Here it is.
I'm
going with Mahomes. I'm going with Mahomes.
I'm taking Kansas City on that one as well. I don't know why the line is only 4.5. I really don't, especially knowing the fact that the Chargers got 2 players that's going to be 2 starters is going to sit out. The wide receiver, Keenan Allen, he's out tonight. He got a hamstring injury.
I ain't gonna bump no more with no big fat woman. Now keep going. Come on.
Now at the same time, the Chiefs gonna be without their starting linebacker, their main linebacker tonight as well.
Listen, man, they got my homeboy. They got the babyface assassin. Keep going.
You see him throw that one pass like almost underhanded.
He do that every week, Jimmy.
You saw him.
Y'all, hold up. Did y'all real quick for you Saints fans? Sean Payton was on the Herd the other day. Do you know they passed on Patrick Mahomes and took Lattimore?
He said it. He said
Oh,
it.
my God.
He said that's the dumbest stuff he ever did.
Unbelievable.
That's all right. Keep going. Come on, Jimmy. Come on.
Yeah, next up we got Carolina at the New York Giants. Carolina at the New York Giants.
What's their point?
Right now, the New York Giants is giving up 1.5. Chris Walt, we know who you going with.
The Carolina Panthers. I will never cheer for the Giants. It don't matter. Period.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
The Panthers.
I'm gonna go with Dave. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go. I don't like him, but I'm gonna go with Baker Mayfield.
Don't believe the hype. Saquon Barkley and the Giants. Don't believe that hype. Shout out to Rodney Hampton. Hey, Rodney Hampton going to the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Now on this one right here, should I do that? It's Baker Mayfield.
Jimmy, you takes too long. That's why you be losing.
Hold on. Who you win against? Who you win with?
I'm going Baker Mayfield.
Start right, Curtis.
Baker Mayfield.
I'm gonna take the Giants then.
Good.
I'm gonna take the Giants. We ain't gonna pick all the games the same. Next
What's
up, we
next?
got the Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Colts, who went through, had a tie game last week with the Texans 20-20, and Jacksonville with Sunshine, they squandered a fourth quarter lead last week. And in Indiana, the Colts are giving up 4.5. They're on the road once again, giving up points.
I'm going with Sunshine. I'm going to go against everybody. I'm going to go with Sunshine this time.
I'm going to go with Sunshine too.
Jimmy, go with the Colts. Since you want to go against me, go with the Colts with your bad self.
No, they're giving up 4.5.
Go on with them, Jimmy. Go on, Cletus.
They didn't. I gotta go with Jacksonville on this.
Man,
I gotta go. Next up, we got Miami and Baltimore. That might be the game of the day.
Hold on, where's that game?
There ain't gonna be no damn game of the day.
That's gonna be a track meet right there.
They at the
Miami
Ravens
and Baltimore. And
Baltimore. How many points?
Baltimore giving up 3.5.
I'll give you. I'm going with Lamar trying to get that paper. I'm going with Lamar.
They beat the stuffing.
Who you got, Chris? Chris, you got to write down who you got, man, because I can't write all your mess down.
I know what I got. I'm not going with Tua. Y'all crazy.
I'm tanking for Tua.
You taking Tua? You can take Tua all you
want. No. I'm lying.
I'm gonna take him.
Take him. Jimmy takes him.
I'm taking Waddle. I'm going with H-Town.
You can go with Waddle and Donald and do yeah, you can weevil in the wobble and hope you don't fall down. You understand me? Talking about some Tua. Let's go.
Waddle. Next up, the New York Jets at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland's giving up 5.5.
Ooh. That defense is going to destroy them.
I'm going to Cleveland.
I'm going with Cleveland. They're going to beat the stuffing out of them.
I'm going to Cleveland.
Yeah,
I can't.
It ain't nowhere in the hell I'm going to take the Jets with no single-digit spread. No way.
Exactly.
Jets, Jets.
MESS, mess.
Next up, the New England Patriots at the Pittsburgh Steelers. New England is giving up 2.5.
I'm going with my boy Kevin. What'd you call him, Kevin? What'd you call him? What'd you call it, Kevin? What'd you call the coach? Mike Tomlin. What'd you call it?
Uncle Tomlin.
Uncle Tomlin. I'm going with Uncle Tomlin. I'm not going against Mate today. I'm going with Uncle Tomlin.
No, J.J. Watt's brother hurt.
Who?
I don't care
And
if
he's-
J.J. White hurt too. So all the Watts be hurt.
Who the Steelers play?
New England. We just
New England.
said New
Oh,
England.
man, what's the spread?
New England's giving up 2.5.
Yeah, New England giving a point.
I'm going with the Patriots, man. There's no way I'm betting on Mitchell Trubisky, and there's no way that New England's gonna lose 2 games in a row.
Mac Jones in the hospital, buddy. He ain't playing. Okay,
Mitchell Trubisky, give me
Okay.
a break.
I'm going with New England on that.
you can have him. I'm gonna bust your head on that one. Remember that
How
one.
about matter of fact, this next game might be the game of the day as well.
Which one?
Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
You know who I'm going with.
Tampa Bay is giving up 2.5.
You know who I'm going with.
Listen, Tampa Bay, they really never win down there. I mean,
King
I
Crab
don't
Leg.
care.
King Crab Leg gets a
Crab legs may finally get some respect.
I got 4 words for you. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. That's all I'm gonna say. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Huh?
They've been tearing his head off.
It's all right. That little, hold up. That little dude, hold up. The little dude who hit him last week, he got his head knocked off. Hold up. Jimmy, I'm going to show you why I don't like the Cowboys. Michael Parsons, little terrible butt, after he got his butt lost, guess what he do, Jimmy? He was supposed to be on Skip Bayless and them show on Tuesday. They didn't put equipment in his house and everything. And his little old punk, he don't show up. Jimmy, he don't answer the phone. They done went and put equipment in the man's house for him to be on the show every Tuesday, win or lose. And he don't answer the phone. He's a bum. The Cowboys are bums.
He's focusing on football. It was a bad idea from the start. He's focusing on football.
Well, give my equipment. Run my equipment back. Give me my equipment back.
Hey, I hate the Saints. I call them the Aints. But at the end of the day, they're going to beat up on your boy Tom Brady, man. Period.
Come on.
I'm going with the Saints.
Go with him. Go with him. Hey, you and Jimmy will lose together. Come on.
And
What you got, Jim?
I'm definitely taking the Saints.
Well, good.
On this one right here.
Good. Take him. Take him. I'm not betting against that dude.
Who that nation? How about next up? We got Washington Redskins at the Detroit Lions. Detroit is giving up 1.5.
It don't matter.
I'm going with Dion. I'm going with
Washington Commanders.
Aaron Glenn.
I'm going with Aaron Glenn and Deuce Staley.
Aaron Glenn, baby.
And the crazy coach.
Aaron Glenn,
Yeah,
baby.
I'm going to
Lions.
Hey, I'm going to go get Chris Walker till you get my equipment back to them boys. Get my equipment back from them boys, man.
I'm taking Detroit on that one.
Huh?
I'm taking Detroit.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want you. Go with the other team. I don't want you, baby. Don't get on my side.
I don't want Washington.
Okay.
No.
All right, what's the next team?
They scored 35 points last week, man.
What's the next team?
Next up, we got Atlanta, the Dirty Birds at the Rams.
Uh-oh.
The Rams are giving up 10.5.
I'm going to take Rams. I'm going to give your ass 10.5 and beat you by 1,000. I'm going to give you 10. I'm going to give you beat you by 1,000.
Bring the dipping sauce because they're going to get a plenty of nuggets. It's going to be a 20 piece. Bring the dipping sauce.
Hey.
So you know what? You know what?
What? Go with them, Jimmy. Come on, Cletus. Come on, baby.
I ain't gonna let 10.5 just walk by. I'm gonna take it.
Well, come on with your 10.5. I love it.
Out of him. Gonna beat the
That's why I be whooping on him, y'all, every week. Because he loves to do this kind of stuff. What's the next one? What's the next one?
Seattle at San Francisco. Frisco is giving up 9.5.
I'm going with San Francisco. Trey Lance. Jimmy thought he was white. Trey Lance. They're gonna be in San Francisco, man. They're gonna be in Santa Clara.
It don't matter. I'm gonna take that 9.5. That's for sure.
I'm gonna take that 9.5 too. Gino, I'm taking Seattle, man.
Okay, Gino.
That dude, Gino, he knows right now. He's on the ropes.
Okay.
He on the ropes. And that defense looked good from Seattle the other night.
It looked good that night.
That defense looked good.
It looked good when you got the 12th man hollering in your ear and you can't hear. It looked good. Russ nervous because he wore a tuxedo to the damn game. Damn,
Lori,
Russ.
the Rams. Lori, the Rams. R-A-M-S, Rams.
Okay.
Jimmy the Rams. No, Jimmy want Atlanta.
No, she asked Chris who he take on the feet. Lori wanted to make sure she had Chris pick right.
Oh, okay.
So Chris to give up 10 and a half.
Okay.
Now, next up, we got Arizona at Las Vegas. Las Vegas is giving up 4.5. Arizona at Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is giving up 4.5.
I'm going with Vegas. I'm done with
I'm done with
that little dude. That he don't want to study. He don't want to study.
You know what? Here's what I'm thinking on that. They lost to Kansas City, man. Kansas City. So they scored 21
points. Don't want him. Well, pick him then, Jimmy.
I'm gonna take that 4.5.
All right, I'm gonna make it.
They playing in the Death Star. I'm going to Vegas.
Yes, boy, that arena. Oh my goodness, that arena's cold. When you pull up to it, Jimmy, when you pull up to it, you be like, man.
Like Darth Vader over there. Like Darth Vader sitting on the other side of the strip.
Yeah.
You got that sweet at the.
Yeah, I got the sweet. Yeah, with the pole and that thing. Yes, sir. I got that sweet. Yes, sir. See you tomorrow. When you want to go out there?
Hey, next up, I like this one right here.
What's the next one?
Cincinnati at Dallas.
No, what's the point?
The Cincinnati is giving up 7.5.
In Zeke, I trust. In Pollard, I trust.
Man, I'm not betting with them or something. I'm going with Cincinnati. Anybody play against them? Anybody. I'm Cincinnati.
That line got more holes than Swiss cheese.
I'm going with Cincinnati. Read my lips. What, Lori? Cincinnati. I wouldn't dare bet for them clowns up there.
You said you got 4 words? I got 4 words for you. How about them Cowboys? Get out of here.
You know what?
Night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me.
Wow.
I'm going with Joe Burrow. Burrow.
Say, man, 7.5. I gotta take that 7.5.
That's what I'm saying.
Go with him. You can have 7.5 and Cooper Rush. Cooper good to throw you 2. He gonna throw 2 pick sixes.
I'm gonna let him throw a screen pass here.
Look, Jimmy, 2 pick sixes. Remember I told you, 2 pick sixes. Cooper gonna get that thing up. When them boys coming, Cooper gonna get up. Cooper's a hooker. He'll get up quick.
Melvin Dew's over there drinking that real lean. For real, he drinking that real lean.
Ain't nobody texting me, calling me. Come on, Jimmy. What else we got?
Next up, we got Houston at Denver Broncos. It's a 3:25 start, and Denver is giving up 9.5.
To who?
Houston at Denver, and the Broncos are giving up 9.5.
I'm gonna take the 9.5, but I'm gonna pick.
Wait a minute. You gonna do what?
You picking Denver then?
I'm going with the Texans because I said I can't bet against them no more. I'm going with the Texans.
I'm going with Denver. They're going to beat the snot out of them.
I know it, man. Russ going to beat the snot out of them. But I can't. I said I wasn't going to bet against them. I said I wasn't going to bet. I got the chip for Lovett. I got to. Russ got his. Russ got the gal, the money, and everything. I got to help Russ. I got to help Lovett.
Say, man, I'm going to take Denver and give them 9.5 because I think after last week, I know that offense is going to loosen up a little bit, and they're going to give Sierra. They're going to give Big Sierra a lot of freedom in that offense right now.
They going to win. They going to win, but I want them to win. How can Denver win? Wait a minute. How can
right?
You need him to win.
We're going with Sierra's husband. That's all you got to know. We're going with Sierra's husband.
No, I'm going with Sierra. I ain't thinking about her husband. No, I'm not going against. I'm going with the Texans. I'm on the Texans.
Yeah,
give me them 10 points. I'm going with the Texans.
How about the night game on Sunday? Is the Chicago Bears at the Packers of Green Bay?
I'm going with
Green Bay is giving up 9.5.
And I'm going with Green Bay. I'm gonna give you 9.5. I'm gonna spot you 9.5, Jimmy, and whoop them Chicago Bears. They won in a monsoon last week. Don't go with that. They won in a monsoon.
Yeah,
That
but
is
their
Moody, man.
defense only gave up 10 points. That
Yeah,
defense
it was in a monsoon, Jim. Did you see the water?
I mean, you know that Aaron Rodgers is not going to play terrible like he did the first game. No way.
What that man said.
But Chris, those receivers are still the same receivers. That's the thing. It ain't Aaron Rodgers. He's not throwing it to himself.
Okay, but if you want to bet against him, go ahead on. But I'm not putting my money on
I'm
Justin
going with Green Bay.
Fields.
I'm going with the Packers of Green Bay.
On the
Like
road,
Eddie
no
Murphy.
way.
Eddie Murphy, the Packers of Green Bay.
Yeah.
Oblong, they kicked an oblong ball.
Hey,
So I'm gonna take
you take whoever you want.
man, Aaron Rodgers, man.
Go with Chicago. That is Moody said go with Chicago. He said the Bears. The Bears.
Did he say that's Moody? Who did you say pick?
The Bears. That's he is right there. Justin Fields. I'll put it on the screen for you.
They had it. They putting a lid on Soldier Field. You see that?
They should have had a lid on that thing 1,000 years ago.
They putting a lid on it.
And I love it. It's beautiful when you pass by it. It's
Well, it's
old.
beautiful when you pass by it, ragged as hell though.
On
When
the
you
inside.
pass by right on that lake.
Yeah,
Lord, huh?
it's beautiful. But boy, once you go in, you be saying, "What the hell?"
It looked like that Memphis stadium when I went to see that game in Memphis and that old raggedy. Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
Hey, you can't do nothing but keep bringing up my city, man.
The most raggedy place. I saw rats, roaches, stray dogs. Hey Jim, you ever seen a stray dog at an arena? I mean, that's what was going on over there at that Memphis thing. Lord have mercy. Anyway, terrible.
Now, who did y'all pick?
I picked the Packers.
I picked the Packers. The Packers of Green Bay.
I think I'm gonna take that 9.5. I'm taking that money.
Go on get it. Go on get it.
I'm
Go
gonna
on
take
get it, baby.
Chicago. I'm just looking to cover.
Hey, this week, have y'all noticed how the week those they've been giving more points this week? They didn't get no 10 points out last week at all. That first week. They didn't do none of that. Now they kind of know who is who right now. You are who you say you are. Chris, any parting points today? Anything you
That was
see?
both the Monday night games?
Huh?
We did both the Monday night games?
No, because we do them on Monday.
We do it on Monday. That's right.
Coach Jimmy gonna be down. Hicks, I don't have your picks for the Cowboys, North Vegas. Coach Jimmy, he's scared to say it. Lord.
The Cowboys game, I took Dallas, and on the Vegas game, I took Arizona in the.
That's right. You took them, Simon. Yeah. I can't wait till Monday.
And
Now I'm finna go to DraftKings and put some money on all these games.
say, I think I'm feeling good about them. It's a lot of, you know what? It's a lot of points being given out in these NFL games.
This week, not last week.
No, not last week. This week it is.
Because they know who Jimmy. They know who they know these people now.
Hey, Hatter, I got one point to make.
Yes, sir.
Retiring is not retired. Let me just help you out. I know you got a Memphis degree. Retiring is not retired.
I said the man is retired because I knew that this was going to happen. I had information. I was just trying to help you. You know, you wanted to run your mouth. I knew this man wasn't going to play no more. He heard. I'm telling you, he's going on to his business. Guess where he live at? You know where he live at?
What, in Florida?
No, in Dubai.
Ooh,
yes, sir. That's where he live at. He got a lot of kids though. Huh?
Too hot out there.
Yeah,
Too hot.
he live over. That man, me and Roger fake. Hey, Jimmy, you know how Jimmy? Hold on, let me help y'all out. I guess y'all don't know. This is why they making a big fuss. You know how Michael Jordan got a shoe, LeBron got his signature. Roger Federer got his own shoe line and his own section out there in Beaverton. Where not Beaverton. Where Nike is. He got his own wing out there too now. Don't get it twisted.
Oh yeah, no, Roger Federer was a
Art Fed.
No.
Jimmy taking the points. Is that Green Bay?
Oh, on that last game, yeah, I'm taking Chicago.
Yeah, he gonna get you want the point.
9.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna spot him 9.5 and bust him across his head, Lord. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm spotting him. 9 pieces.
Aaron Rodgers might mess around and just lay it down, man. He gonna give up on this team. Them dudes gonna drop so many passes.
Jimmy, they did that week 1. They don't do that. Jimmy, week 1.
We're gonna
You sorry, how do you sorry?
Don't worry, we'll get the Cowboys to have them next year.
Wait a minute, girls with M names. What's wrong with the letter M? Wait a minute. What you mean? What's wrong? She said, "What?" Mate, I don't understand. What's up with you not having love for your CS girls? What's the CS girl?
Chop shop, man. Chop shop.
All the chops girl, all with M names. Oh, let me see. I like all the girls on the chop shop. Who got an M name?
Marissa.
Baby mama got a name start with M probably.
Marquesa.
No, I love Marquesa. I love Monte.
Bendy.
I like Marissa. I don't love her yet. So who else? I don't know.
Hey, Hatter. hey, Jimmy. You see the judge, Aaron Judge. The judge.
Jimmy don't want to hear about the judge.
I mean, you know what? It's good. It's good for baseball what Aaron Judge is doing right now.
Oh, Mindy. Yeah. Mindy just always.
Astro, so Mindy ain't on here. You know,
yeah, Mindy ain't on here today. But I like the M girls. I like y'all. Y'all all right. Y'all all right.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge is right there. I mean, he's about 4 home runs back of breaking Roger Maris's record. And one of the things that was funny because they made a comparison about because in New York, whenever you start saying Babe Ruth name or Roger Maris, everybody just get you don't want to let that go. And it was something that's really, really intriguing that you think about. And I was reading about like now today's pitchers versus pitchers back then. Back then, the pitcher you would get to face players 4-5 times a game. Today's pitchers don't face players 4 or 5 times a game. And so that pitcher's arm, them pitchers back in the days was throwing 120 pitches, whatnot, plus. So I mean, the velocity is getting down. When you go up to bat and you done bat against a guy, you got to go up and bat again and again and again. That's what Babe Ruth did. So the odds of him hitting those home runs, or Roger Maris, of course, in your favor. But then you're talking about if Aaron Judge would have batted. Think about it. Aaron Judge batting against the same pitcher 4-5 times. Think about how many more home runs he would have had than right now.
Well, I was talking about Babe Ruth. He's not even home run king. It don't matter. I don't like bringing up.
New York Yankees.
I like Barry Bonds, 723. I don't care about the rest of them. I believe in the 723. How about that? Now,
what we talking about?
PEDs, I love PEDs. Performance enhancing drug because Fernando Tatis will be back in 80 games. Wait a minute, how many games, Jimmy? 40 games next season.
Man, I mean, I wish it worked for Tiger Woods like it's always worked for him, but it ain't worked for him lately.
Who? And what happened?
In them PEDs, Tiger Woods. Come on, man. Everybody know that.
And Chris, also, you look like you'd have some PEDs over there.
Hey, it's going to be a great week.
Hey, Chris, have you been out to Fashion Week tonight? Have you been out this week for Fashion Week at all?
No, I haven't actually.
You ain't went to the restaurants and seen nothing? I got something I need you to go to. I'm going to send you the invitation because I can't come. You just tell them you Robert Hatter when you get in there.
They going to slap me or what they going to do when I get in there? They going to slap me?
Boogers out your nose.
I got a Nova event to go to tonight, man. My boy, we got to support Kyle Neptune.
What Kyle got tonight?
I got to get Kyle in the chop shop.
What are you doing tonight?
They got an event. We run New York. It's like our second home here, the Villanova Wildcats. So, we just up and having an event, alumni event. You know what I'm saying? Supporting the Cats. It's not your business. You don't want none of this.
Chris. They have a name for that. They have a name for that.
What's that?
The folks call it fundraiser.
Oh, you're right. No, we chilling. We gonna, hey, listen, I'm fundraising. How about that? I ain't fundraising. I'm friend raising. But listen, hey, Sonya Billingsley's been running forever. I thought one of them was supposed to come on the Chop Shop one day and try to,
They
knuckle
scared
up.
of you, Chris.
I know they scared. They all scared.
Mindy
Okay.
scared. And you done ran Kim Jackson when and got her another job.
Queens all got,
Yeah, she went and got a job that she
another
can't be
show.
on. Yeah, you
Yeah,
ran them
another
all
show,
off, man.
probably. They all scared.
Yeah.
Lori, the only one that ain't scared, but she ain't gonna. But don't come on the screen, Lori. Don't do it. I love
Hey.
you, but don't get on the screen.
Morehouse versus Howard football game is in New York.
It's chocolate in.
5 people at that game. But listen though,
Bro, I'm getting text.
No.
Hey man, y'all ought to see the text I'm getting out here. Hey y'all. Anything else, y'all, before we get out of here?
Hey, don't forget Saturday, the boxing match, the rematch.
ooh,
Canelo and Triple G is going to
man,
fight
that's
again.
about-
That's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good fight, dude. What you mean?
Triple
It's
G
a good
ain't
fight.
fought in 2 years, Jimmy.
nah,
That's
I don't
all
know.
right. He
Hey, you
fight.
see,
He fight Canelo.
Crawford. Spencer Crawford gonna fight.
They agreed. They agreed to fight earlier today.
That gonna be in Vegas?
I'm not sure where they setting that fight at. And I just hope Alvarez. You mentioned that doggone PEDs. Remember Alvarez was the one Canelo got. Remember they had to cancel the fight because he was dirty. A couple of years ago.
He's always been dirty. Always been dirty.
Chris Forrest Walker. Forrest Gump? As in Forrest. Why you call him Chris Forrest? Like Forrest Gump. Golly.
Listen, they can talk all that mess and they get on that screen. Cut them up. Cut them up.
Chris, no, I had somebody for you there. No, I'm gonna take up for the ladies. Chris, you went absent for about 2 months after that. You did. You got real busy with podcasts and all that kind of stuff. Yes, you did.
Listen, I cut strings with words. Just put them on here, baby. Just put them on. Put them on. They scared, Hatter. They can listen. They can do all the talking in the timeline all they want. Put them on that screen is a whole different deal. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
Period.
get out of here, man. I got
Mate, they go for Marissa, Marquesa, Malessa, Madessa, Madessa, Chris Tucker,
all of them. Oh, that Mindy. They go Mindy. Uh-oh. Jimmy, let's get off the show. Mindy back. I'm done. I'm gone. I'm gone. Hell no. I'm gone. I ain't Mindy gonna get you, Chris.
Crazy.
Huh? Hey, Mindy gonna get you, Chris. Man.
It's gonna be a great weekend.
What?
You guys be safe out there. I've got high school football going on around the area. Get out and support some of the youngsters. Jeffrey Day has his event on Saturday. That'll be over at the ULH Event Center. You go over to RCS Sports and get the schedule for that. Or go to his Twitter. I think it's also on his Twitter feed for Jeffrey Day with his he got a high school event where some high school teams playing like 2 games apiece. So, and also we missed it from earlier. We released the schedule for the Hoops Giving Classic, and it's going to be off the chain on November the 23rd. But meanwhile, we have the Super 16 that's going to take place at the end of this month, September the 30th through October the 2nd. And that event is going to be off the chain as well. The schedule for that is on the front of RCS Sports, as well as the season opener is on the front of RCS Sports. We have a few seats still available. Get your VIP seats, which will enable you to go to get all-day access to every game, both days, and the hospitality room on Saturday. Those VIP tickets are only, I think, $60 for all of that. So see you guys on tomorrow. We up out of here for Chris Walker.
No, tomorrow. You mean Monday?
Monday. See you guys on Monday.
Yeah.
Monday. Yeah. See for C-Walk and Robert Haller. It's yourself. This is Jim Hicks, and we are gone. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the chop shop. I'm retro, let's get it. We in the chop shop, we live in the chop shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the chop shop. We in the chop shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the chop shop. We in the chop